Deft picks up the POG on Ash, third POG of the split perfect scoreline game. He picked up 10 votes out of 12. Chovy got robbed with that 2 votes. He was...
Where's my Maokai pick, Hanwha?
Oh no, then they'll give it to Chovy.
Yeah!
Oh, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Just flex it.
I don't like Hanwha always going towards the set, but they are going to do it once again. Is that Graves?
That's a blast for... Oh, he's looking happy.
He's locking it. All right. Nidalee versus Graves. Man, we really have to cast our minds back. Being hovered, but I think I like this Camille a little bit more, so that will give Nidalee Camille over to Hanwha Life Esports.
So that's also not helping, because Jin is not a carry that is going to be happy when everyone around him is going to be very tanky. And it will be the more traditional setups, I think.
And he has taken Slice of Dice first, which is not exactly the most power, but he is going to be able to use it aggressively here, as we just could be a blowout for Hanwha Life, as that's another phase breaker. Chovy collects himself a turret shot.
Yeah, and Owner now falling behind relatively early. We saw the pings go down earlier on, so they had an idea where Willow was. Now, of course, also spot. So Owner calls his worth. I don't think the T1 bot lane does.
No.
Because in a level, Death will have his ultimate available, and getting rid of that one is a lot harder now. Nice start. Ultimate also available, and I think it's risky for Hanwha Life to go in if you don't land any poke preemptively.
Well, they're going to try to, as Canna is going to move down, and it is just going to be the Rift Herald secured. It takes a spear to the face. Carrier is going to turn up, though. There's a 4-man investment. As Hookshot comes down, Morgan is going to be able to make it out as Chovy finds the ultimate, flashes forward. Faker in trouble, as he's not going to go down just yet, but he does have to flash. It's a trade.
And then...
Oh, Chains of Corruption land. Oh no, Faker's just dead. Will is going to grab that kill.
Your cannon and try to find actual 5v5s, because around the map, you're getting kind of dragged around. Faker just face-checking his monstrously fat cannon. Morgan again falling behind. We saw last game, they didn't really deter Morgan at any point as Faker...
Yeah, there's the Dominus. Chovy does have his ultimate available as the Haymaker. He was just holding onto it. Vista's going to move up as well. Dud did move over a ward, but knew that he did. A Solar Flare comes down, and he's just dead. Carrier is able to pick that one up, actually, and Chovy overstaying his welcome in the mid lane.
Sitting on his first item. Those arrows hurt. Nice sidestep by Guma. One force Hanwha Life into situations where they need to actually engage in 5v5s.
Oh, phenomenal spear there from Willow. Faker does slice his way over the wall. Shirley now under fire. Some of these spears are landing. Deft now getting into position as Canna. His position's known. Dominus has to be popped as Carrier dives on in there. Instant devour there onto Deft, who's now getting out, trying to get the damage down. Chovy in a lot of trouble, gets the face breaker. Haymaker doesn't land onto the cannon, but he does manage to get the kill as now Carrier trying to get out of there. Blast Cone gets him to relative safety, but Deft has a piercing arrow as Faker looks to try and get a dice available, and I believe he did, but didn't need to use it.
We're going to take a look at that in the replay, because those two things...
I like to think that maybe it was Chovy pressing R on it, because that is pretty dangerous. Okay, no, it wasn't.
It was the chains.
Yeah, and
wow.
also the hook shot.
Yeah, Jeff just immediately hitting him. That's really big, because you see there's no backline access. These health bars are full, and then Cannon does nothing.
Getting him out of the fight. Chains of Corruption are pretty good at it as well. Not a lot of options here. Is the immediate flash there from Deft. Vista is going to Abyssal Dive into position. A few abilities here from Owner, and there's the Hextech Ultimatum towards the bottom side. We've got Hanwha Life Esports fighting around Canna as in goes Chovy. Looks to try and take him down. The Haymaker is going to be avoided there by the stopwatch from Canna as in goes Willa. Immediately, 2 are executed as now Faker exhausted as he tries to get into the back line. And the Chains of Corruption ring true as well. It's a double kill. The curtain call means about 0 here for T1 as Hanwha. They win a fight and now move towards the Drake.
And they lose no one.
Fantastic in game 1. Gets another bow on the Varus here in game 2. Absolutely fantastic.
He watched the Olympics and he was like,
that's what
okay, I gotta step up, guys, because look at these arrows. And yeah, it's just really nicely done. Yeah, there we go.
And the flash from Willow. He's like, I know that spear's gonna hit, but this is a double kill, by the way.
Insane. And then the immediate devour from Vista, making us forget that it's an ultimate this time, no longer a basic ability, because
Vista was in the area. T1 do know what's going on.
It's just gone.
Carrier's Eclipse now on cooldown, and yeah, this is a real dead Baron. That's free.
Oh man, Hanwha Life. Hey, better late than never, Atlas. You know they were invited to the party, and everyone was like, "Oh, Hanwha, you know, they're these cool guys, Chovy and Deft. They're like the popular ones that you really want to
turn out
pick
while
on."
the host is tidying up all the empty cans, Chronicler. That's not what you want.
Does he know?
Does. Well, he now does, as the hook shot will come down, but he goes golden. There's the flash to get him over the wall. Owner now trying to chase after him. He gets himself a bit of a shield, but that is going to be the Camille going down. Now looking to fight Faker. You can see it's a lot of damage out of this set, as Faker is going to try and take the fight to him. Oh my goodness, Kerry is just dead. The showstopper lands onto Faker, and Chovy is looking for this 1v1, finds the face breaker, and he will just take down Faker now. Kanna gets exhausted and just tries to lightning rush his way out, and Hanwha are still looking to chase, but they've taken 2 down. They should be able to take the Mountain Soul, and this game is really starting to blow away from T1. It's crazy!
It's insane! They're 5th at the moment!
Oh man. This swing will just be ludicrous as well as, this is the poke. This is the danger. As Chovy as well, I mean, he's built for exactly this 1v1,
oh, yeah,
right?
You never win that. I mean, Faker's trying to set up, right? Like, he knows when he starts that either he's trying to zone Chovy, they go for him. They have to go in, otherwise he just kills
good
Kanna.
stun. Hextech Ultimatum comes in immediately. It's the Zhonya's and the Slicing Maelstrom, but still don't know whether you win this. There's another hook shot comes through, doesn't get the stun. Tactical sweep misses, and the flash forward from Guma will secure the Camille. But now, there are 2 that are missing from this area. Showstopper comes on through, and immediately the Graves is just dead. A little bit dangerous, but not able to get that smite off. And that means Will is able to secure the Baron. So it's 1-for-1, but Baron now circling once again on Hanwha Life. They've got themselves the Mountain Soul as well as Carrier. Yeah, slowed and will be taken out here. Gets the Zenith Blade, but it's a little bit sad in the end. Guma's going to get exhausted as Vista is just chasing after him. He's got the Devour. Can actually eat the Jhin if he wants to.
In the danger zone for like the last 2 games, right? Because the only reason why this works out is that it's a nice execution by Kanna, who gets a lot of damage done. Morgan also not quite landing the hook shot flash there. And also Guma is there, because I think otherwise he might still lose, right? Like that is still
There were a lot of things that went right for Kennen, a few things that went wrong for Morgan. I think the late flash was a little bit sad, but he still does his job. Like, this is exactly what you need.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, Morgan knows the moment that he cancels his back there, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to draw attention.
Well, as soon as he dies to Jhin as well, he's like, all right, guys, you can go, 4v3.
I'm gonna be. I don't know if the Jhin is there. That's the sad part, right?
Oh no.
As we can see here, doesn't quite get gobbled as he does have to invest his own flash. But it's Hanwha Life. You can't walk up. You can't fight them. What can you do?
I have absolutely no idea. Well, the showstopper's gonna come. Oh my goodness! What happened to him? He exploded. The Jhin just popped. Oh no. As Faker, he's going to pop the Dominus, looking to try and keep a hold of his Nexus turrets. Kanna also just explodes, and Hanwha Life Esports, they've hit critical mass, and T1 can do nothing about it. The piercing arrows are raining down Carrier. I don't know where he was walking, but honestly, it did not matter, as Hanwha Life will do what none of us expected and get the 2-0. Over T1. They've done this before. Hanwha Life Esports upsetting T1 is not a thing that we have not seen, but it wasn't what we were expecting today, but it's a beautiful sight for a lot of the Hanwha Life Esports fans.
Of course they get the 2-0 Atlas. Business as usual in the LCK.
It is known, Chronicler. It is known.
Nothing really came together. And to then get a decisive win with great shot calling and lovely fights over a team like T1, yeah, Def, you deserves it. He deserves it.
Sorry, in this particular game. We'll have a listen.
힘 봐줘. 힘 좋았고. 야, 끝낼 생각하자. 끝낼 생각하자.
타줄게.
나 봐줘봐.
Not what to be done.
Okay.
Fortunately,
걔는 어쩔 수 있어.
at this point in time, right, the game was lost on those 2 fights. One on the bot side, one on the top side, and
아래 타워부터.
the big difference between this current Hanwha Life that we saw it today is mainly that they actually deliver on the lead that they found.
얘도 죽여 그냥. 나 궁 5초. 나 공 돌면 공풀 한번 볼게. 기다려봐. 깨지 마봐. 오케이. 나 창 찼다. 기다려.
Take down.
Get the Nexus, wait.
야, 성전권이다.
아, 죽여 그냥.
깨줘.
나이스. 아, 1렙도 너무 못했네. 미안해.
괜찮아.
잘했다 다.
Some smiles, some sorries. but not exactly losing their minds at the end of that one, of course. Bit bittersweet for Harmalife Esports, who will not be competing in the playoffs. There we go. 4-0-9. I'm blown away by the fact that this.
Honestly, Chovy Rob.
Yeah, I know. It's always Chovy Rob. Hopefully, he did manage to get a few votes
with this cannon. As I respect that. Willer had an amazing game as well, and I think Willer is also in the unenviable position of being a Harmalife jungler who have just been
that's very true.
Continuously swapped around.